compared to your quarterback.
Don't get me started.
I mean, do you think that
I got my video that I uploaded where I ranted. I didn't even do my norm, good, bad, the ugly. I was in a bad mood yesterday. I was like, I'm not in the mood to do bad, good, and the ugly. This is my rant. I was like, I'm about to rant right now.
I watched that video, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Oscar. I was gonna use a clip. I swear to God, I was gonna use a clip. But it's really hard to do it on the fucking iPad. I don't like doing it. It's really difficult. So you're lucky. You know, it was just so funny. I was like, wow. So I want to know the rest. I had to go watch the highlights because I watched from the first to like the third quarter. So I was like, okay, at least I know that. But Oscar was so mad that I had to go and like watch the third and the fourth quarter to finally get a, inch of what happened. But in terms of, so where is Dak Prescott? So 2 questions. The first one, where is Dak Prescott doing great that your quarterback could learn from?
Oh, nowhere, because he's not going to be a quarterback for long. Like this dude, again, I'm going to rant here. This dude, isn't he like he was going to quit football altogether.
Wow.
Like he was literally taking classes at Old Dominion University. He was getting like, I think like it was like an engineer degree or something like that. He was literally taking his final exams or midterms or something like that. And then Ron Rivera calls him up. He's like, "Yeah, we need you as a quarantine quarterback, because obviously because of COVID, we have the teams have to have like that designated player there."
Yeah.
And then somehow like he wows the the fans. I mean, he wowed me. I was like, oh man, because at first when I saw like this no-name Taylor Heinnicke, I was like, okay, Tom Brady's gonna let it loose. To my surprise, he was able to at least compete, and he looked pretty good at the beginning of the season. But as the season's progressed, I'm like, like what? I'm like, whatever. This dude, he's not the answer. Like, one game he's very conservative, checking it down, not running the ball when he could or when he can and when he needs to, and then throws bad interceptions. The next game, like he's gunsling, like he's throwing it around, throwing interceptions, missing player. Like, man, like.
So basically everything Dak Prescott's doing. And, at times there are games where Dak, for example, the game against, who did they play before the Patriots? The Cowboys.
Chargers. No, not the Chargers.
No, it was the Giants.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It was the Giants.
When they blew out the Giants.
I would demolish their asses 44-20. Beautiful. I thought it was 45 at first. But, there was, I think the Patriots game, the first half, really, Dak didn't look great. Wasn't running the ball. His throws were just not.
I mean, the Patriots defense is
perfect.
Is actually pretty decent.
It is pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. And what's funny is Dallas fell asleep for most of the game. And into the third quarter, like I said in my videos, that game could have been over by the middle of the third quarter max. And the problem is Dallas allowed them. There was rarely any running game. There was no ground game. Dak's throws were iffy. And, Brown, Kennedy, Diggs got a 6th interception of the year. But at the same time, they just had problems getting the ball to Prescott. Prescott couldn't see sometimes. It was not a great game until the fact they got it to overtime. I was happy. Thank God. But, that's the thing. Now, Dallas is first in the NFC East.
Obviously.
Do you think? Well, yeah. Hello. But how do you think he would fare against someone like the Los? I can't believe I'm about to speak these words. I'm not even going to say the city. The Raiders.
I was about to say Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes. I really wanted to talk about the Chiefs, because the Chiefs. Now that is a bigger test, because the Raiders, whatever. They're whatever. Their defense is not that good. Derek Carr is okay.
They
I mean,
won yesterday.
I mean, they won, but like that's because Derek Carr is okay.
Uh-huh.
Josh Jacobs is okay. You know, Darren Waller. You know, that's the one player I think your defense like.
Could worry about.
I was gonna say Stefon Diggs, but that's his brother.
Mm-hmm. Trevon.
Trevon. I think that's if his dude's name blanking. Darren Waller. Darren Waller didn't even play yesterday because apparently like he had like an ankle injury or whatever. But if he plays, I think that's literally like the only one player y'all are gonna have to shut down because basically that's basically all the offense. You know, and then you get like random players on the Raiders, you know, stepping up like Henry Ruggs. And here's the thing: Henry Ruggs and CeeDee Lamb, they're in the same. They were the same draft class.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb's better.
I can agree. I mean, I just read his thing. I think it was a 90.3, and this guy Henry is not even close. Josh Jacobs, I saw his story on ESPN where he bought his dad a house and how they lived in a hotel. And I like him as a person, but not as much as a trader. Oh, I meant traders. I mean Raiders. I do this all the time. I do this all the time where I'm like, oh yeah, they'll figure trader. I mean Raiders.
My question, like my thing is, if y'all are because the Chiefs were shut down by the Titans yesterday.
I saw that.
If y'all are able to do that, then yeah, I'll be like, all right, this seems actually.
I am very curious to see how they do against the Chiefs, because you've said Patrick Mahomes is not the Mahomes of last year. Last year, Mahomes was everything scary, every bit as scary as you can get, except he lost it in the Super Bowl. I mean, I saw it. But for the Raiders and the Cowboys, Trevon Diggs, what I like about him versus Anthony Brown, because sometimes they put him in, is he can shadow. Trevon Diggs can shadow players all day, every day.
Anthony Brown is old.
Yeah, and who do you like? I like Maurice Kennedy a little bit more, but out of the Anthony Brown, Maurice Kennedy, who do you go for? Who do you think is a little bit better? I think Maurice Kennedy, but even
younger is better. My philosophy is when it comes to defense. When it comes to defense, you need as many young players as you can get because you got to keep up. Because with wide receivers, you can be old, you can be like 34, 35 years old, but if you could still show speed. If you're an old defensive player, you're basically good for nothing.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I'm in a philosophy. If you're a defensive player, younger is always better.
Well, I feel like that's a double-edged sword. Yes, because you can move faster. You need a band, you need a flip, you need whatever. But there are some younger players that just aren't it.
That's true,
right? You know. So, but I specifically on Trevon Diggs, he can shadow Darren Waller. He can get interceptions.
He can shadow. He'll either be like be on Tyreek Hill or maybe Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
If he can basically just either one.
He'll get another interception out of them. And that's the thing is that now who's the player they call Juju?
And here's the thing. That's Juju Smith-Schuster on the Steelers.
Oh, okay. Well, no, they have one. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Anyway, what was you gonna say?
I mean, Trayvon, because here's the thing. What I find with Tyreek Hill, he has an issue where the ball is literally on his hands, and like the defense literally can just snatch it. Like that happened to him. Like that's what Washington did. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like Kendall Fuller or one of them. Like literally, like Tyreek Hill had the ball in his hands, and like literally, like the Washington defender like snatched it. So I think that like Trevon Diggs it's bound. If he's messed up with Tyreek Hill and Tyreek Hill doesn't secure that thing, Trevon Diggs is gonna definitely come away with an interception.
He's gonna come out with an interception no matter what. There's no way he's not. He's on fire this year. Trevon is
defensive player
just
of the year.
killing it. It is, crazy.